The reason behind this is because Black women do not see any real or true value behind our natural hair.
So today we're going to be talking about some quite taboo subjects when it comes to natural hair and the sentiment around it. So there's this video that I really wanted to watch. I'm really old because I'm kind of new to this reaction thing, but let's go ahead and watch this video together. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, my name is Janet Davies and I'm the founder of Amino Naturals, and on this channel we do all things natural hair growth, entrepreneurship, motherhood and all that good stuff. So if you're into that, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
I can't believe there was ever a time that I was afraid to walk out of the house with the way my hair naturally grows out of my own scalp. Like, saying it out loud makes that whole statement sound even more crazy, but the reality is a lot of Black women, even till today, are afraid, especially if they have type 4 hair, to walk out of the house with their hair in its most natural state. The truth of the matter is a lot of Black women are extremely dishonest when it comes to the discourse surrounding our natural hair. That's why you see a lot of Black women saying they will never wear their natural hair to their birthday party, a club, a party, like a party in general, or any special event. The reason behind this is because Black women do not see any real or true value behind our natural hair. We genuinely do believe that other hair types look better and is more valuable than our own natural hair. And I don't want to hear anyone saying, babes, that's not real, you're just making that up. Come on, babes. There is a reason that Black women strictly wear straight wigs that do not match their own natural hair texture. And then the next argument is going to be like, well, other races of women wear wigs, weaves, and extensions too. White women wear extensions, Asian women wear extensions, and blah, blah, blah. Although that you guys may be right that those women other women of different races wear wigs and extensions and weaves as well. The big point that y'all seem to miss, the big key point that y'all seem to miss is that they are wearing wigs and weaves that match their hair texture. And this is where the conversation of texturism comes in. The problem is a lot of Black women do not like the hair texture that is growing out of their scalp. You can't say that you love your hair, your natural hair, but in the same breath wear wigs and weaves that are completely different hair texture than your natural hair that's covering your natural hair. You can't, it's very contradictory if you really think about it. And obviously, if you want to wear extensions and wigs, like, that is not a problem. No one is saying don't do that. You can absolutely still get braids, African hairstyles in general, like cornrows, kinky twists, all that type of stuff. And on top of that, if you do want to get wigs, if you do want to get hair extensions, get the hair extension and wigs that literally match your hair type to just, elaborate on your natural hair to make it maybe longer, maybe fuller, whatever the case may be. I just want Black women to be able to create a world for themselves within our own community where we can walk out of the house and be ourselves in our most natural state. It's gonna be like, for example, all I did this morning, literally I took off my bonnet, sprayed some water on my hair, and I fluffed it out. Literally, that was it. Literally the most easiest process in the world. Other races of women are able to, walk out the house, throw their hair out of their ponytail that they left it in overnight and just walk out the house. Why can't we also have that same luxury? At some point, we have to stop blaming other people. At some point, we have to stop pointing fingers. At some point, maybe we are the problem as well. Before I could get to the point or the place where I can wear my natural hair like this, I had to have a real, honest conversation with myself. It was a tough conversation, but the conversation needed to be had. I'm very glad that I was able to come to the conclusion that I love my natural hair. If anyone else doesn't like it, that is a them problem, not a me problem. I literally love the way my natural hair, elevates my other natural features like my nose, my lips. I have a big nose, a big lip, big eyes. Like, it makes sense for my hair to also be big. Black women, just remember that you are beautiful, your hair is beautiful, your skin is beautiful, your nose is beautiful. Whatever it is, it's all beautiful. Do not allow outside forces to control and navigate your life.
Wow, there is so much to this video. I'm gonna go ahead and go through some of the comments. Carlos says, I tell my daughters that their hair is alive, only dead things lay down. Our hair grows up to the sun. I like that. Another person said, I told this to my previous girlfriend and she told me I didn't understand the struggles of being a dark-skinned girl with black hair. She had that honest conversation with herself and now she understands. Wow. Another lady says, I hate my natural hair. I have 4C hair. If I could permanently change it, I would. Wow, that got 12 responses. This person says, that's so sad. And then she responds saying, not really. I believe it's something all people dislike about themselves. Wow, okay. Then this person responds and says, absolutely not. I love my 4C hair. Not everyone hates being black. And she said, it's funny how fast you are to check me, but can't comprehend what I wrote. I didn't say you didn't like your hair, nor did I say you hated it. I said it's something everyone doesn't like about themselves. You love yourself so much, but don't have a picture of yourself on your account. Okay, in Jay-Z voice. Okay. And they respond, oh, this is becoming next level. Okay, it's something everyone doesn't like about themselves. You're literally saying everyone hates their 4C hair. Also, why in the world would I show myself to strangers? The world is dangerous. And then she responds saying, I don't hate being black. I said my hair. I just want a different texture. Wow. Then someone else comes in and says, hell no, baby. Please don't put us in the same bucket as you. Another person says, girl, ... And she just needs to respond with a smiley face. And then I think maybe a comment's been deleted. She said, I did speak for myself. What are you talking about? And then this person responds saying, you rewrote this for the world to see, but it's nothing new to us. We already know. Wow. Is this person a white person? No, they're black. Oh, okay. This is very interesting. Wow. Another comment that says, well, I'm honest. I don't like mine. Never have. Probably never will. And someone else responds saying, same, I'm grateful I have hair. Does mine look just like hers? Wow. And then someone else says, the most natural I wear is braids. LOL, this Brillo pad don't cooperate. And then it goes on to say, saying you're lucky, I have fine 4C hair. My afro looks weird, not out, proud and bold like hers. Someone else says, I feel you, self-hate, ... sad. Yeah. So it kind of just goes on. So I think there is a bit of a mix. Someone else actually says, why is it that when you relax your hair, people think you hate your natural hair? I would love to wear mine, but unfortunately it doesn't grow as much, and taking care of it is one of the things I'm horrible at. So here are my thoughts on this topic around, us black women feeling confident in our natural hair. If you don't know me already, I've been on this natural hair journey since about 2011, so that makes it, gosh, I cannot do maths. 2025, take away 2011. So 14 years that I have said no to relaxers, and I've accepted my hair for what it is and done the research on what it takes to look after it, to allow it to thrive. Now, when it comes to natural hair, I think when people discuss it, they forget that natural hair is a thing. How can I describe this eloquently? Natural hair is objectified in a sense where it's deemed as something that is not part of our human body. It's seen as something that you can choose to do whatever to it. You can choose to hate it, whatever it is, and it's okay. But I think we forget that it's almost like your skin, your nose, your ears, your hair is just another bodily part. So if we as a community hate it, then the same energy that we put into, for example, people that, hate their noses and hate their lips and hate whatever it is about them, hate their skin tone, that same energy that we put, you should love yourself, all that kind of stuff. Why is it never translated to natural hair? To change how your hair looks is an option, but to change how your nose looks, obviously that is a bit of a stretch, right? But I think we should be seeing it in all the same lens. So if someone had a big issue, let's give it a real life scenario, okay? If I, for example, hated my nose and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go do surgery and change my nose, I'm sure a lot of you would have an opinion and think, okay, girl, it's not that deep. What's the point of that? You have a daughter, she's probably gonna have a nose like yours. What are you gonna say to her? What kind of representation are you giving to her if you hate your nose so much that you're willing to go through surgery and completely change how you look? In that same aspect, I think we should have that energy for when it comes to natural hair, not in a way to make people feel bad, but to get to a point where we see natural hair as not an option. It's just a reality of who we are. Like being black, your hair is what it is. And I think in the natural hair community, we've kind of seen, the great rise of the natural hair movement, with social media and YouTube. But now I feel like it's gotten to a point where people are returning to relaxers. People are just saying, you know what, this natural hair thing is just not for me. It takes too much time, So we've kind of got to a point where people are starting to realize, like, you know what, I actually don't like my hair and I don't care for it. Therefore, I'm not going to put in the work to actually look after it. But with our hair, I think it's really important to understand that if you're someone who chooses today that you're gonna go natural, it's going to take time for you to even know what your hair is like. It takes time, it takes patience, but guess what? That is a worthwhile investment because it's a part of you. Your natural hair is not an option. It's a reality of who you are, being a black man or woman. So, I say all that to say we should be so much more intentional when it comes to learning to love our hair just the way it is. Not the way someone on Instagrams or YouTube looks, but the way your hair naturally grows from your scalp. And let's have that honest conversation. Are you someone who, has grown up all your life, not had any representation about, beautiful natural hair and only seen women in wigs and weaves and just never really having their hair out? How has that actually impacted you? Because I will say for me, growing up, there was no representation whatsoever. But I think the reason why I went natural is because I just have that kind of personality that I don't really care what people are doing, I'm just gonna do me. But not everyone is like that. And I think, first of all, I didn't even comment, first of all, this lady is absolutely beautiful. Can we just appreciate the beauty of her skin and her hair? When someone is able to confidently carry themselves in their natural selves, there is a confidence that speaks louder than what we can see. Because there's a difference between you, for example, not liking your hair, and then it shows because you don't look after it, you don't moisturize it, you don't take the time to even learn what it likes and what it doesn't like, and then you just complain and say, you know what, I just don't like my hair. You didn't even give it a chance. But yeah, she's absolutely stunning, and the confidence speaks louder than what she has on, how her hair is, just the confidence in loving herself. And I think that's something that we should make an intentional effort to do, because it's 2025. For goodness sake, we have AI, we have ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure you could sit down, tell ChatGPT all your issues with your hair, and it will give you a routine that works. And guess what? If that doesn't work, you can say, ChatGPT, this didn't work. Let's try again. I think it's a bit like the story of hating your hair is getting a bit old to me, because I think it just screams internal hate, and that's something that we have to address. Okay, if you're someone who doesn't like to have your natural hair out, ask yourself why. Are you someone who's grown up and you've never seen anyone with natural hair as the societal norm of beauty? Okay then, present beautiful women in front of your face every day so you can see that, yes, my natural hair is beauty. Okay, tick box. Okay, are you someone who is like, okay, I'm learning to love my hair, I'm not sure what to do? My darling, we have YouTube University. Take the time to learn your hair. It's not difficult, your mindset is. Natural hair is not difficult, your mindset is. You think that you can just kind of treat your hair the same way you would your wigs and weaves. It's not, it's different, but that's fine. Just like people are different and you learn to navigate different relationships, you'll think of your hair as a different personality when it comes to hair. Straight hair has a personality, kinky hair has a personality, curly hair has a personality. So learn the personality of your hair. Okay, I've got so many videos about how to find out your porosity and creating a routine and all that kind of stuff. Like, the information is there. Learn your hair, okay? Because natural hair is not hard. Your mindset is. Your mindset is the problem. The moment, like, everything we do begins and ends in the mind. And the moment you decide that, you know what, I'm going to choose to love my hair for what it is, irrespective of what I've been shown as a child or whatever you've gone through, and I'm just going to love it. Once you make that decision and you then take the steps to learn your hair, it will thrive. I find the issue when it comes to people who say they don't love their hair is because they've never taken a significant amount of time to learn their hair and be consistent in it. And if you think about it, natural hair has only just come about. It's gonna take a good whole generation, like 15 years, for it to really become more of a societal norm. So I think at this point, we're kind of getting into the 15, it's like it's the people who were born at the start of the natural hair movement are probably about 15 now. So there's really no excuse, I think, to say that, you know, you don't see it as a societal standard of beauty, because when I walk around, I see beautiful dark-skinned women with the famous full Z hair that people scream about, okay? But yes, if you're someone who truly does not like your hair, I would really, really encourage you to do the deeper work first, because every single hair on your head has been crafted by God himself. He has numbered them and they are so precious in his sight. If only you would take the opportunity to appreciate the fact that God has made you so beautifully and wonderfully and choose to love yourself. That is an act of faith. So if you're someone who's like kind of on the fence, or you're just wondering like, why can I never wear my natural hair out? Ask yourself those hard questions. Have an honest conversation with yourself and just choose to love yourself, because natural hair is not something that should be objectified. It is a reality of being black. If I now say, you know, for example, people who wear wigs and weaves hate their hair, obviously that has a lot of controversy. I'm not saying they do, but I think it says something about how they view themselves. Wearing a wig or weave there's no issue. I don't care how someone wears their hair. I think the issue is, why are you not comfortable with wearing your natural hair? If that's the case, then we need to have an honest conversation with ourselves. So I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know in the comments if you know, things that you absolutely love about your natural hair and what your favorite products are. And if you have a routine specifically for your hair type, for example, your porosity and your hair texture, to help any other person who's kind of like wondering, okay, where do I start? Just be a source of help in the comments. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about, is grease back? Are we just stupid? What's going on? So go ahead and check out that next video. Bye for now.